Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are live and in effect. As I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device, hope everybody is doing well as you head into the weekend with silver closing above $48 an ounce. Just barely, but it did make it for sure. You were right. For those of you who partook in my poll on Sunday night, we thought, well, and I was with you, but I couldn't vote my own poll. We got it up to $48 an ounce. What an amazing ride we are seeing for silver. Yes, indeed. Let's get into some of the comments here. We are expecting a scammer to call us. Let's see if they're true to their word. You never know, but it's crazy. Let's see what happens. Good crowd with us tonight. We got Silver Shelby is here. I've been seeing this thing about hyping videos. I've not seen that anywhere. I can't hype any other videos, but thank you for those of you who've hyped any of my videos. I appreciate it. Apparently that's like a like on steroids or something like that, but appreciate you guys. Good to see 49's Fine Silver. Big J is here. Dean R is here. Happy Mac. Dig Niggy is here. Good to see Dean R is with us. Stockholm, Sweden. That's great. Carrie Tarrant is here. Crafty Stacker. Good crowd with us tonight as we peruse our way through what some of you guys are saying in the broadcast here tonight. Let's see here. We have got, thanks for your video. Thank you, Yasmin Rodriguez. I appreciate that. Let me get my boilerplate. Got to make sure I'm prepared. Let's see here. Yes, I am. All right. Let's see. And we got that in place. We've got CFib says here, this morning I watched silver drop from 48.09 to 45.88 in about 90 minutes. Yeah, that was a crazy day. We saw a wild day yesterday. I don't think I've ever seen silver drop $2 so fast, but it doesn't really feel like a smackdown because even 45.88 still seems expensive. It sure does. That's for sure. You're right. Good to see Mustard and Biscuits is here. James Unleashed is with us tonight. Good to see you guys. And welcome. Good to see Market Conversations is new here. Do you think there might be a pullback in gold? It's possible, but I think it'll be brief. I think they're going to continue to climb up. I am pretty bullish on the metals, believe it or not. For those of you who have been following this channel, I like to be as real as I can about the metals. But most of the signs are pointing north for both gold and silver. So I think there is still room for gold to continue to climb. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. So that is where that is. Let's get moving to the next comment and see what we've got here. With this, we've got Marcus Klugerman says, these are all storylines to legitimize a massive shortfall attacks that has occurred after silver hits 48. Sudden massive volumes of fake silver were dumped like never before. What fake silver? I'm confused there. If you check these volumes with last week, it's huge. I wonder how many years of silver production have been sold on paper. My estimation is like 3 years. The derivative banksters rats are desperate now. I think you mean derivatives. Something can't be fake if it doesn't exist. And we know that there's a lot of derivatives trading in the SLV and most of the ETFs. Nesmaniac is with us. Good to see Nesmaniac. Good to see you, sir. Welcome. Good to see Michael Martin. Good to see Electric Ninja. A lot of good folks with us tonight. Mr. and Mrs. West Texas Stacker is here. And Nancy Holmes says, picked up $1 constitutional, 2 2026 Britannias, and 2 other 1 ounce silver on the dip. Way to go. There you go. Take advantage of that dip when you can. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. We've got 4 wheels from Rob. Chimes in with this. It says this. Crazy dips and dives for both metals, but our current financial system is very fragile right now, basically broken and only being held together by consumer spending. Silver and gold are clawing their way back to the end of the day. Silver now at 46.93. That's right. That was sold yesterday. It's amazing what's happened in just one day from then. Crazy. It sure is. Wow. All right. Let's move on up to the next comment here. We've got BA talking about the market moves from yesterday's video. Says the intraday volatility of my paper metals and miners account was $35,000 from the top right after the open to the low of a couple of hours later. We closed right in the middle of where the account was on September 30th and October 1st, as if nothing much happened. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is how fast things turned around in one day. It's remarkable. Yes, appreciate you guys who pressed the thumbs up button. Very much appreciate that. Good to see Maria. Michael Martin is here. Unfathomable is here. Good to see all of you all here as we continue to forge through the broadcast here. Think for yourself about the move in silver's price yesterday. It says this. This really is the point where silver either makes a new all-time high and continues, or goes back down. Maybe the third time is a charm. It will be interesting to watch for sure. I'm not very optimistic, but I do think silver's best chance to break a new all-time high. If it doesn't do it this time around, it's going to be a huge disappointment. No, I hear you. There may be many that will be very disappointed if we don't see that all-time high, considering what's going on in the world today. I do think it will cross that. But remember, think for yourself and everybody else, this new all-time high nominally is the key here. If it hits $50 an ounce, that is really not much, considering that it was about, when adjusted for inflation, in today's dollars, in 2011, it would be about $73 or $72 per ounce. And if it was adjusted for inflation based off of $1980, when it hit $50 then, it's about $215, $216. So silver's got a long way to go when adjusted for inflation. Raymond 2821, I moved away from the Morgan and Peace dollar just too high. I'm all about 1 ounce silver generic. Yep, which means that's stacking stuff. Understandable. Totally understandable about that. And we've got this, interesting times, but equally concerning times too. Yep, there's some concerns out there for sure, CCT. You are right about that. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. As you slurp through some coffee here. And we've got here, let's see here. Okay. There you go. Jess, thank you. So it never quite reached $50 either of those two times. I'm going to pin that comment. That's pretty important. If you want to know, I don't know where he found that, but silver price records, January 18th, the peak was $49.45 and $49.95 intraday. April 28th was $48.50, close $49.40 intraday. So right below, and never totally technically reached $50. Good to see Gen X Collectible here. Good to see you. Welcome, Gen X Collectible. Good to see Bill Button is here, and Bill 457. 2 Bills with us tonight. PD Ballerina, Sai, I keep waiting for my coins to be less expensive. I know, I hear you. She loves palladium. She's been one of the first ones to name her channel after palladium. It's pretty cool, way back in the day. Marco 77AR says here, bridging the channels. Good stuff. We're all in the same boat. The more information and knowledge, I'm watching both channels. Thank you, Marco. It mentioned Silver Slayer in that one. Thank you so much. Oh, yeah. By the way, good to see CCT is here tonight. Cyber Curtain Twitcher, you may know him as. All right. Bad Bobber is here, too. Good to see you guys. Decent crowd forming in this broadcast here as we continue here tonight on this Friday night. For the first time, a close above $48 an ounce. We are less than $2 away from that magical $50 number, but technically it did not get there. It was shy, within 5 cents of $50 an ounce, way back in 1980. But I know that's close enough for government work. Good to see Lulu Lucky is with us tonight. Good to see you, Lulu. Littlefoot is here. Matt Winnie is with us tonight. All right, good to see you. Elite Exotic, BP John, good to see you. And good to see Mario, as always. He's been very nice. He's been watching some of the older videos, too. I appreciate him doing that. We've got Bozo on the move for silver tonight. Says, or yesterday, rather. We're going to get to today's videos here momentarily. I took more silver profits yesterday, and I'm heading out tomorrow morning to shop for a motorhome. Still buying gold. All right, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what. If you're making a big purchase or looking for something to move to the next stage of life, I think that's great. And congratulations on taking some profits. Very good. Although I would encourage you, even if you can do it, Bozo, to hold on to some of your silver as well. But yes, indeed. There you go. Good to see you guys. All right. A very exciting time in the precious metal space for sure. BA on this video here says the following. Call me crazy, but I think this could actually have been the $50 silver sell-off, because when everybody knows a number, that number becomes useless, and given the absolute, everyone involved with metals knows that $50 all-time high, it was my theory that we would experience a sell-off before reaching $50, then re-accelerate and blow through it with no sell-off until we are over 50. I could be totally wrong, but I'm really curious to see how this one will play out. Me too. It is a strong psychological number, no question about that. But we'll see how that plays out. I do think we will go through it, though. I think either way, and it's going to happen probably soon, is my guess. Tiger Stacker is here. Good to see you, Tiger. Check out Tiger Stacker's channel, everybody. Great guy. A lot of good information there, especially for the newbies. Some of the videos he's been doing recently. Great stuff. Tiger Stacker. Check him out. Jose Valela says, I just bought 100 ounces, and even at Costco, you have to call around. Bought the last 10-ounce bars at this store. Wow, the last 10 of them. All right, congratulations. Hopefully you got them at a good price. Menser, funny how the U.S. market always smacks it down. Yeah, it's crazy. It happened pretty quickly, for sure. All right. Oh, yeah, let's see here. And then Nesmaniac, I'd welcome a pullback in gold. Me too. I'm with you on that, for sure. And Lulu's, I thought that little gold coin was a filling. The time to up the X factor on the readers. Yeah, I know, it's a small little piece there, isn't it? Crazy. Yeah, the tinier the gold, it's crazy how expensive even the tiniest of gold is these days. All right. Oh, thank you, James Unleashed, for posting a link to Tiger Stacker's channel. We appreciate you as always. Best moderator here. Good to see you. Good to see America First is here as well. Good to see America First. Steve C says, going to be extremely difficult to predict silver's price by the end of the year. Any prediction? Yes, I'm already planning my prediction video. You guys have overwhelmingly requested it from a poll I did, so I'm going to be having one come out. Stay tuned for that video. Coming within days. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. Adam, the psychological price to trigger selling from your listeners is triple digit. It'll be somewhere next year. Hold at 50. Yeah. Well, $100 is not really all that realistic right now for most analysts, and for myself included. I think we're going to get there sometime. I think it's a good idea to hold at 50. I'm holding at 50, but but many people feel that $50 is like very, very strong, and some people are going to sell, especially if they've been holding a long time. I would encourage you to hold overall, but nonetheless, some people will sell. Hey, good to see you. We have got the one and only Silver Wolverine is here. Good to see Silver Wolverine. Good to see you, sir. And Tiger Stacker with the first super chat of the night says here, I want to thank all of you in the community. I just broke 2,000 subs. A 2,000 sub giveaway is coming soon. All right, congratulations, Tiger Stacker. Wonderful to hear. That's amazing. Let's drop and give him 5 push-ups. All right. Let's see here. All right, here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I just finished the 5th push-up right there, in case you didn't know. Oh man, Red Crawler! Oh my goodness, you said the call at 6:15, but no answer. Happy Friday. Yes, it is 6:15. Where are the Sons of Biscuits? Man, crazy. They were supposed to call me. Let's give Red Crawler 5 push-ups too. Thank you, Red Crawler. Appreciate that, my friend. Let's do it for him right at the same time. That's very cool. Yes, indeed. So I hope you're doing well, Silver Wolverine. Good to see you, my friend. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, there we go. Just knocked out 5 more on this Friday night. As we wait the scammers to call, they were supposed to call. Why they're not doing it, I don't know. I may have to call them. Let's see here. All right, I think I'm going to call. Well, I'll wait a couple minutes. I'm supposed to get 2 of the calls, but we'll see. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Hold on a second here. Loviner says, I'm seeing both. I'm seeing both ways. Lots of selling and buying. Platinum is harder to get. Everything is delayed a week or two. Local seller are out of stock and order more 2 weeks out. Hard to settle for a small amount of fractional. All right. Wow. Crazy. Harder to get. Everything is delayed. That's wild. I never would have thought that. But yeah, let's see here. And what do we have? We've got Dennis Niemeyer says, question, Sal, after silver hits 50, do you think there will be a pullback in price or another spike up? I think likely it'll probably, we may see some, just like we've been saying, there's been 2 times within the last couple of weeks here that we've seen some pretty big dips. But they were short-lived and the silver recovered. And of course, all of this is my speculation based off of what I'm seeing in the markets. I like to think I can give an educated guess, but just because it's an educated guess does not mean that it can't be wrong. But I think it's going to go right through it. Now, how much more, how much higher will it go? Stay tuned. I'm going to be giving you my prediction video coming very, very soon. But I think if there's a pullback, I think it'll just be another one of those. Maybe there'll be some little bit more resistance at $50, but I don't think it'll be much. Because remember, $50 now is very different than it was in 2011, and even more different than in 1980 in more ways than one. Yes, indeed. All right. Paying 671. It needs to go back to 46 because I get paid tomorrow. I hear you. I know what you mean. And it did flirt around with that area before going back to 48 again. But here we are. Now you're hard pressed to find some silver for trading for under $50. All right, to buy it. B. Taylor is here. Good to see B. Taylor. Welcome. Wicked Sticky Flowers says this. Sal, you ever get an ASE that's a little heavy? I immediately red flagged it. I thought it would be fake. I bought it from the person before and had a problem. I asked and tested it. It passed, scratched it and acid tested it, and did a ping test with the app and it passed. Could the weight be a little heavy? Well, it depends on how much weight it is. 1.04, your scale might be a little bit off, maybe, perhaps, Wicked Sticky Flowers. I would calibrate your scale. That's what I would do. Or try it on a different scale. Hypersonic Bullion on my video about this metal, which is palladium. If you've not seen that video, check it out. I will share back with you at least. I can use your evaluation of 2 rare mintages to select coins. I believe there are 2 rare to have in the interest in the way of gold and silver than have novelty. Yeah, some scientific applications probably. Let's just hope it's not too important or we're screwed. Yeah. Yep, I know. I hear you. And that is one of the problems with these exotic precious metals, right? For sure. Good to see you guys. Mr. E is here with us. Welcome, Mr. E. And there's Dennis Niemeyer. He's here. Let's get to Michael. What goes up must come down. It's all about to come down hard. Then Trumpsters. All right. Well, we'll see what happens. If you think the economy is going to fall, we'll see what happens. But I don't think their GDP numbers are too good. There's other aspects of the economy that are still adjusting to the tariff income and other policies that are changing. But I think that's just an adjustment. I don't think the economy is necessarily. However, the Federal Reserve is still printing, and that's a bad thing. All right. Silver Wolverine. I don't like to buy any of the DC comic stuff. Just not my thing. Thanks. Yeah, and it's mostly not mine either. I ordered one more. I ordered the Batman because I thought it was a cool design. But that's it for me. That's it. I'm done. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Welcome, Eagle Steve. Good to see you. We got Bill Stesic. Bill Stesic on the video from this morning about forget about gold's price. Here, what's far more important. I'm not going to forget about the price. I'm in it for the price. I've been stacking 40 years for the price. This racket is my entire pension plan. I think it will be okay. I agree with you on that. But the thing is to it, as I mentioned, there's more to gold than just its price. But yeah, price is important, as I mentioned that in the video too. But anyways, it's a thought exercise. It's a thought exercise. That's really what it's about. It's about thinking about it, because we have to think in dollars. That's our transactional currency. But anyways, it's always good to think about the value of gold beyond price. Rambler, good morning. Love the 200th ounce of gold. Thanks for the preview. No problem, my friend. Appreciate you taking the time to watch and noticing that little piece. Is really kind of cool. Good to see Sabinator. Good to see B. Taylor still with us. Welcome, welcome. And the Silver Aura is here as well. Good to see you. And Roadkill says, yes, sir. Thank you, my friend, for watching Roadkill. Here comes a scammer, but not the ones we were expecting, but we'll take it. It's going to be one of those auto dial. Hello? Probably one automated message or automated voice. Oh, nope, and hung up. All right, let's try to call both the places that were supposed to call me back. Oh, the one is done. I can't call that one back, but the other one I should be able to get a hold of. Let's see here. Come on now, answer the phone. Come on now, answer the phone. Well, hello?
Yeah, good afternoon. This is Ron with Phoenix Finance. How can I help?
Ron, you were supposed to call me at 6:15. What's up, brother? What happened?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I forgot. So, how much money
but Ron, but before we continue, Ron, you remember I explicitly told you to mark me on the calendar to make sure, because I'm blocking. My time is valuable. I marked out this. I've been sitting here twiddling my thumbs, waiting for your call.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I was in a meeting. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but no, Ron, listen to me carefully, Ron. You weren't in a meeting. You just told me a second ago that you forgot about it. You weren't in a meeting. You just said you forgot. So you can't use an excuse you were in a meeting. So if that's the case, how can I trust you to loan me money and do business with you if you're lying to me, Ron? How can
I'm not lying.
But you just said you were in a meeting. But you said you were in a meeting when you were not in a meeting, right?
I was in a meeting.
But then why didn't you say that? Then why didn't you say that first when I called you and said you were supposed to call me at 6:15? You said you forgot. You didn't say I was in a meeting. You said you forgot.
Yes, I was in a meeting and forgot to call you. That's what I meant.
Well, the meeting.
So how much are you looking for?
All right, we'll go past that. We'll let it slide this time. But I'm telling you, it's not a good look. It's not a good look. I'm all about responsibility and being, you know what I'm saying? I'm all about the responsibility aspect of it all.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sir. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, that's all right. Okay.
Okay. So should we do it for like next Monday? Is it good for you?
No, we can talk now. We can talk now.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much money are you looking for? Any rough idea?
Yes, I have a very specific idea of how much money I'm looking for, actually, because I took a laxative. I would like to get $120,000. $120,000 for my business. Is that okay? Can we make that happen?
Okay, let me see first. And do you have any loans right now?
I don't have any loans out right now. I believe it or not, I get asked by a lot of people if I want money, but I'm just waiting for the right company to deal with. And I thought maybe you might be it. So I'm going to give you a chance at it because I do get these calls a lot. I have to be very, very careful on who I work with. So I want to make sure, you know what I mean?
I understand. So, and right now, how much is the business bringing every month in gross revenue, let's say monthly basis on an average?
How much are we bringing? We're bringing it home, man. We're taking it all the way to the bank.
Okay.
All of it. Every single dollar. I deposit about $98,000 in my business checking each and every time. That's always going to be the number, 98,000.
Each and every month, right?
Each and everything, and each and every month. That's right. Yes, sir. It's
Gotcha.
always the
And
answer.
this 100. Okay, I gotcha. And this 120,000 you're looking for, what would be your plan with the funding? I mean, how do you plan to use the funding in your business?
I'm going to expand it, kind of like you know how you take bread and you put it in the oven and then you put yeast in it and it expands.
Okay, I
Just
gotcha.
exactly like that. Exactly like that. I'm going to take the money. I'm going to put it into the oven. I'm going to expand it. I'm going to add a lot of yeast to it. I'm going to make the money work for me.
Okay, to make your business bigger. Okay.
Yeah,
I
make it
gotcha.
bigger. That's right.
And
Making Beanie Babies great again. Yeah, go ahead.
okay, and how long have you been doing this business currently? How many years?
Only 14.
14 years. That's
Yeah.
a pretty long time, though. I really
But it's
appreciate that.
new compared to Berkshire Hathaway and Apple and let's see here. Ford has been around a little longer than I've been around. The Ford Motor Company. So it's still pretty new. Still pretty new compared to those companies. Yeah.
I understand. And how soon would you like to take the money?
I would like to get it. This is going to be tough on you because it's going to require a lot of hard work to get it done in time. But I'd like to get it within the next 7 months, please. In the next 7 months.
I mean, I don't need that much time to get you the funding. I can get it done by, like, say, by next week if you like.
Okay. All right. Well, but that's fine. I mean, as long as it's before 7 months, then I'm fine with that. If it's next week, hey, that's all the better. You know what I mean? I mean, in fact, you know what's better than next week? You do know what's better than what's better than next week?
Oh, you asked me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't get that actually.
Yeah.
So what is it?
Well, what's better than next week would be today, or in the next 10 minutes, or the next 15 seconds, or if we did it yesterday, or if you could retroactively send me the money. In fact, I even told you what specifically. Do you want to know specifically what I'm going to use the money for?
You just said expansion. I mean,
Yeah, but that's not specific. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take yeast and I'm going to inject it inside of silver bars. Literally inject, because I found out that the yeast particles are so small and tiny that we can inject them inside of the silver, and it can separate out the atoms and make the silver bigger. And there's not enough silver around, so we need to increase the silver supply. So the active elements in the yeast can expand the silver bars. And so, for instance, I've done the calculation on this. Let's take a 100-ounce silver bar. If we inject 13 cc's of yeast, of crushed yeast into the bar, it will expand up to 115 ounces, roughly. Actually, some of the testing I've done, it'll expand it up to 120 ounces, some a little bit low. But what it does, it distorts the bar, but it makes silver great again, and we can take that bar, remelt it down, refabricate it, recast it, and pump that stuff out and make sure to meet demand. What we want to do, we want to crash the silver market. Silver's price is now trading just above $48 an ounce. It closed here in the markets today. In London, in the COMEX, in the LBMA, it's all going up. We can't have that. So we're going to suppress it with yeast. We need to inflate the silver supply. So I was being literal when I said that I wanted to expand the business. We're in the business of expansion by expanding the silver supply with yeast. You know what I mean? We're going to give the silver bars a yeast. We're going to give the silver bars a yeast infection they will never forget. The likes of which they will never forget. The silver yeast infection. Hashtag, type it out. The silver yeast infection. You can hashtag this around. That's what we're going to do. That's the campaign. Hashtag silver yeast infection. Do it. Can you do it? Can you put it on the can you put that on the
I'll do it when I go to the home. I'll do that for you.
Okay, thank you. On the Snapchatty. Do it on the Snapchatty. Do it on the Instagrammy. Do it on the Ecstasy and all of them. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So what's the hashtag? What's that hashtag? What's that hashtag again, Ron? What's that hashtag? Oh, Ron. I need to get him to repeat me the hashtag. Silver yeast infection. That's right. Shama's got it.
No one is available to answer your call at this time. Please leave a message after the tone. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Ron, we got disconnected. I must be a glitch in the matrix. I just wanted to make sure you had the hashtag. It's hashtag silver yeast infection. Silver yeast infection. Spread it far and wide on the Snapchatty, on the Instagrammy, on the Ecstasy, on the Facebooky, all of it. Do it. Thank you so much. Take care. All right, there we go. We got it. Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, there's the one. But the other one we can't call back. We tried both of them. So, all right. Very good. Okay, we got Jeff Keller says, Salgorithm. Thank you, Jeff Keller. Appreciate that very much. All those comments help. If you like and comment on the video, like the video and comment on it, or hype it. If you can know how to hype, if you can hype it, that's even better. All right. Lincoln says, all for the mere low cost of 1,000 over spot. That's right. We do our silver expansion program. It'd be great. That's right. There you go. All right. We got Matt Bittner with his hand raised. Hello. I don't know if he's waving. He's got to raise his hand for a question. I'm not sure. All right. The silver butt plug could be a cure for piles. It could be. Especially if the Gomer kind. The Gomer kind of piles are the worst ones, from what I understand. All right. Let's see here. F-37 Metal is here. Good to see you. And we've got Maria says here, I don't care what the weatherman says if it's raining. I use my own common sense. Exactly right. There you go. Common sense is what reigns. And we have to do our own due diligence. Your money, you make the choice. It's exactly right. And not only that, but a good video outlining that is coming tomorrow morning. You're not going to want to miss that. Tomorrow morning, yes, indeed. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Posh Sloth is here. John Del Ben is here. Appreciate it. Glad you guys are with us tonight. Dean R., if you're new here, appreciate you popping in. If you're not subscribed, maybe give it a consideration. Now, yes, indeed. Have a good evening, Silver Wolverine. Thanks again for popping in, sir. Hope you're doing well. Oh, yeah, we love Silver Wolverine. All right. And let's see here. Eric says, if you buy 200, it'll be like paying $6,000 an ounce. That's right. Man, insane the membrane for sure. All right, let's see here. I do whatever I want as long as my wife says it's okay. There you go. I'd say exactly right. Del Sue says here, the U.S. government shuts down. Will it have a big impact on gold? Hope this will be a topic for your next content. Thanks in advance. Vance, well, we've talked about that in most of our daily videos, and for the past 3 days I've discussed it. So I hope you checked it out. In fact, I discussed it in this afternoon's video as well. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Maria's here. Good to see you. Yeast at spot. There you go. You can sell me yeast at spot. But I will only buy yeast in the West. I only buy yeast in the Western markets. You know what I mean? Call me... what's the word? Superficial or superstitious, because I never buy yeast. I never buy yeast in the East. Never buy yeast in the East. All right. All right. Let's see here. Bob Miersma, I think I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, but I hope he forgives me either way, chimes in with this and says, I love my gold eagles, even fractional, but I just snagged a couple of Mexican 2 peso 90% gold coins, teeny tiny at just under 1/20th an ounce, but I hope they'll be liquid down the road. But they are more of a collectible than they are of a bullion. No, they're just bullion. They are just bullion. And you should be able to get those very, very near, if not right at spot. And I'm very close to reminding what the little piece of gold I got. This thing is a quarter sovereign. And I think it's 1.8 or 1.9 grams of pure gold. But it is 90% gold. And I think that's probably about 1/20th of an ounce as well. I got it for right around spot price. And I need to put it away. This thing, but it does have a little blister pack with it. But it doesn't give me blisters when I handle it. I don't know why that is, but it doesn't. J Duff says here, over 48 a day later. 50 is a reality and no longer a pipe dream. My prediction was 35 before Christmas. Boy, was I wrong. Well, you know what? I look at it this way. If you're doing those predictions, if it surpasses your prediction, you were right. And you know what I mean? I would never tie myself down to a specific number at a specific time. Bozo, yes, I've sold quite a bit of silver, but I still have 40 proof ASEs and all my Morgans. Still loving gold. There you go. All right. Okay. But no stackable silver left in Bozo's collection. All right. Very good. We're still buying PMs at these nosebleed prices. Matt Bittner, believe it or not, I just made a purchase before I got here. Some special, somewhat high premium silver. I'll show it when it gets here. But anyways, Platinum Watch, $1,600. Yeah, that's what we're looking out for. It's been an amazing ride. Stacker Factor helped me get my best deal on platinum ever, under spot for a 1 ounce gold maple leaf with a credit card. That's pretty cool, man. I'm very grateful for Stacker Factor for that. Still got that piece. Oh yeah. Very good. Yep, mission accomplished. That's right, B. Taylor. We did it. You guys had predicted that at the Sunday Night Market Watch. You were exactly right. I would have voted along with you, but I can't vote in my own polls. All right, and for historic reference as to what the actual nominal or what the actual high price was, check out the pinned comment from research from Jess EJ Studios. G's, I forget, is it G's EJ Studio? Jess EJ Studios. He told me how to pronounce that, but I forgot. Jess or G's? G's EJ, Jess EJ, Jess EJ Studios. Randy, hold on title will be hard to replace at today's price. Stack more when you can afford it. There you go. Yep. And you know, I think there's a time to buy and a time not to buy. I made a purchase right before going on here, but that could be a big mistake. It could be a big mistake. I don't know. Jesse J. Okay. It's the placement of the other E that gets me this. Jesse. Okay. Jesse. I got to. And now if that other E would have been next to the S, I probably would have gotten it. But thank you. All right. Very good. Jesse J Studios. All right. I'm going to try to remember that. Austrian Stacker is here. Welcome, Austrian Stacker. Good to see you. And Trader Bubba on this video from the other day about silver reaching $48 an ounce before it pulled back. I think people are waiting for a return to normalcy before believing current spot prices are sticking around. Great video, yes. Yeah, it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight even up to the old $50 an ounce for sure. Yes, indeed. OG Brick is here. Good to see. Shama is here. Tucson Bubba, he's peering in with a bourbon pump. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. There you go. I'll try to remember that, Jesse. I'll try to remember Jesse. But if I get it wrong again, just correct me again. I'll try to remember. I'm gonna try to imprint it in my mind. If I can. All right, let's see here. All right, and we've got here a mint top hot tab. To see your YouTube silver plate button is most important. Oh man, well I don't know about that, but you know, but I will show it when it gets here. Yes, indeed. Let's see, and let's get back over here to this. We've got Michael. With the increasing price of gold, would it be wise to stack fractional, half ounce or smaller gold pieces versus the 1 ounce sizes? Yes, it definitely would be a good idea to do that. I've got some pieces I've got to lay away as well with the same intention for sure. Yes, indeed. Because if you can get it for spot, and that's what I did with these two pieces, I hope able to get one in. In fact, actually, it was one of 3 pieces. The first one I showed in that video or in a different video. A really cool little quarter sovereign. I think I gotta know, is Cybercurrent Twitcher still here? Is still right? I think it was supplies. I think silver supplies increased. Matt Bittner. I think the 2011 reach up cause was going up was because of silver, because of silver coins and silver bullion becoming somewhat scarce. People are buying it up. I believe that's part of what led to it. And then a bunch of supply came in, and all that, and that caused it to fall. Okay, Cybercurrent Switcher, question for you. I don't know if you saw my video where I showed the quarter sovereign that I got from 2022. You may have even commented, I don't remember. But is that the smallest sovereign size ever, is the quarter sovereign, which is 0.19 or 18 grams? Or is there a smaller size than that for the sovereign? Do you know? Or anybody else from the United Kingdom who may know that? Because you got the sovereign, you've got the double sovereign, then you have the 5 pound, I think, which is 1.2 ounces. But then you have the half sovereign, and then you have the quarter sovereign. And I'm wanting to know if there's like a 10th sovereign or something really, really tiny out there. But I kind of want to know that I've got the smallest one. I think I was away from posted your... Okay. Don't think there's a smaller sovereign. Okay, very good. All right, thank you. Thank you for that, CCT. Appreciate that. Extreme Pacifist. What a warmonger he is. Says this. Fast-moving prices, rising premiums coming. I hope I am wrong, but I will keep calm and keep stacking. There you go. That's the way to do it. Peace. I thought for sure he'd end his comment by saying war and death. No, I'm just kidding you, Extreme Pacifist. Thank you for that. Just having a little fun. All right. Okay, Enhanced System says that's the smallest I've seen. I've got 4 quarter sovereigns. Very cool. Timothy is here. Thank you for that, Enhanced Systems. Appreciate it. Let's press on upwards here to Roller Skating SAG Actor with this here. What will happen when the government revalues our gold from $42 an ounce to near 2K? We will see an immediate exponential jump. Yes. Well, I tell you what, I think if they're going to do it, they probably would do it at market prices. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right. Yes, Rocker Des, 90% silver is still worth stacking because you can get it cheaper than the pure stuff. And it's just as recognizable. I'm a big fan of it. I've been stacking it pretty regularly. I think it is worth stacking. And welcome. Good to see you, Rocker Des. Always good to see new stackers pop in. Oh, yes, it's a 50th anniversary Krugerrand. That's cool. That is awesome. I'd like to get one of those. Those are probably selling for pretty good premium now, but that's awesome. I think I do remember you showing that. Peter Burker says here on this morning's video, and I quote directly, says, Australian Prime Minister Keating sold Australia's gold in the 90s and crashed the market, then bought it back again. Wow, crazy. I didn't know that, so it looks like it was a common thread here, theme. Lisa Anderson is here. Good to see you. All right. Yes, indeed. And let's get over here to this. Says this, Gregory Albright, it feels weird being at all-time highs, but still thinking it's extremely low. Well, when adjusted for inflation, that's exactly what's happening. This is my video that I posted this afternoon. If you've not seen it, North Georgia Prepper says here the following. Bought some 90% silver and some junior miner stocks on the dip yesterday. Well, congratulations. There you go. Take advantage of those dips. Way to go. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. We're perusing our way through now. And, oh, yeah, Lisa Anderson is here. I bet you 8-inch Destroyer wishes he was here. He's got a big crush on Lisa. Shh, don't tell him I said that, but all right. Very good. And we've got Mike Bucci, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, about this video that I posted this afternoon about the market move, says, the shutdown will end as soon as they get one of the 4 Republican yes votes on the Epstein files to flip. So the whole thing is to keep people from finding out Trump's in there. All this turmoil is great for silver. Well, it is, and going on a political rant, if Trump was in the Epstein files in a compromising way, we would have known about it long before the 2024 election probably even started. They would have done it in 2022, 2023. They would have released it, even partially released it. Even if it meant some of their own got taken down with them, they would have done it just to keep Trump in there. Now, probably what's in there is a lot of different stuff. Trump is in the Epstein files. There's no question about it, but just not in a compromising way. But it may be that they're doing it to protect some of the innocent people that have dealt with Epstein, because they'll be demonized, a whole lot of them, and or it's because of the victims. I'm not sure what it is, but it's been handled horribly by both sides, honestly, which is why that if you're a Democrat or a Trump hater, it just provides ammunition for you. But I can tell you, almost be willing to bet money on it, that he is not in there in a compromising way. Okay? So you're going to be very disappointed if that happens. And let's see here. All right. A-Dub, welcome. New here. Good to see you. Welcome. Hookerfish says, highest weekly candle close in the history of silver. Wow. That is wild. Thank you, Hookerfish. That's pretty big news. Highest weekly candle close. I'd light a candle to that. Let's start a vigil for silver. Hold our candles high. I like it. Fat Gandalf says here, Kiko has the ask price of $48.04. It's been quite serendipitous for me. Yes. An amazing time for sure. For silver. Yes, indeed. We got Bill Arrington says, I bought my wife a new SUV for her birthday. Well, that's very nice of you. And didn't even touch my stat collection. I call that a win. It sure is a win. Yes, indeed it is. Congratulations on that. That is awesome if you can do that without touching your stack. All right. Let's see here. Oh, man, got nice. Congratulations, Silver Shelby. Got the Salivate Medal round. That's nice. Cool, my friend. Michael K. Good to see Michael K. He was listening all the way from home. It's very nice of you, sir. Appreciate that. TH is here. Good to see TH. He's a newer subscriber, but he's been watching. I appreciate those that are new, but that have been watching and are sticking with me. So thank you so much, TH. Appreciate that very, very much. All right. Take another slurp here. All right. What do we have going on with this? With Cody. It says it peaked at $48.64 an ounce at APMEX, almost pushing to 48. We are so close for it to go up past that $50 mark. And then what happens? Anything can happen. It sure can. Including come right back down below 50. By the way, I don't rule that out. I am bullish for silver, but I tell you what, I'm not ruling out a pullback, and maybe even something that lasts a little longer than we'd like. But we'll see here. We'll see what happens. All right. Michael K. Whoa, look at that. Michael K. just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow, the first of its kind tonight. Let's drop and give him 5 push-ups. Thank you, Michael K. If you receive one of those, give him a warm multitude of gratitude. Yes, indeed. All right. Here we go. Michael K. You were the man. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Get it. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate that. On this Friday night, as we continue to move ahead here. Yep, APMEX, most of the bullion dealers, in fact, pretty much all of them. In fact, I think even some of the ones who were reporting just spot price have now moved up. They're a little bit higher than that now because they're using combination of futures prices and other factors as well. And so there is that. Okay, let's see here. We've got Frank Garcia with this. Let me get over here. He says here on today's video. Let me get over here. Let's see what's happening this way. I would like silver to be under $70 to own every 4 ounces of gold, like to trade to get rid of some weight. Now I'm going to take a little loss on both ends, but I've been stacking for 45 years. All right, there you go, Frank. Yes. And that's just it. That's one reason why in 2017 I decided to make a marked shift into gold, precisely for some of that reason, because silver does take up a lot more space, and for sure, yes indeed. Silver Supplement is here. Good to see Silver Supplement. And Collector is here. Check out Collector's channel. She's got some cool stuff, and she likes some of the collector coins too, and precious metals, and shows off some really cool stuff. Yes, indeed. And Pound the Drums is here too. I like to pound the drums all day and night. All right, double bass, blast beats. There's 4 types of blast beats. I don't know if you knew that or not, but there is. I wonder if Pound the Drums as a drummer knows that. Maybe he could tell us if he knew that. Zix Rhodes is here. Zix, I'm pronouncing it right now. After all these years, I'm finally pronouncing it right. All right, very good. Let's get over here too. Jesse J Studios. I got it right. And see, there it's correct. Here, I can read it. The Kings. All right, the Kings. Elliot Scott is here. All right. 1, silver shortage. 2, inflation. 3, market instability. 4, world turmoil. 5, dollar debasement. 6, largest cup and handle ever. 7, weak dollar. 8, increased demand for silver, for AI missiles, etc. 8, FOMO. 9, underpriced revaluation. We are looking at a perfect storm for silver. This will be a major historic event. Great succinct list there. In fact, I might take that list and make a video out of it. Man, that's pretty cool. That is awesome, Jesse J. Yes, indeed. I got to remember that post. Actually, Jesse J, can you do me a favor? Can you email me this list? And I'm going to credit you. I'm going to make a video out of this, I think. That's so cool because it's so marked, and I'll talk about each of those a little bit, but I think that's such a great thing because if we can think about all those fundamentals, I kind of fly off the seat of my pants in these videos. I don't have a script. There's a lot of stuff I'm just coming up. I mentioned some of these things, but not in the order and the way that you're doing that. But if you can do that, would be awesome, my friend. Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Appreciate you posting a link to a Collector's channel. Pound the Drums, all right. I always drummed your intro. Thank you so much, Pound the Drums. That's cool, my friend. All right. Elliot Scott got Rungren messed up in my head to switch into glide and bang on the drums. My bad, getting old. No worries. All right, my friend. Luminos, yes, hello. Good to see you. Good crowd tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. Richard Metcalf, gold and silver are both undervalued, especially silver. There's just too much going on in the world for PMs to be ignored. Exactly right. They're having their day now, for sure. This is why I'm bullish on them, for sure. And Willa says this here. Interesting Britannia you have there. What's it called? Or what does it commemorate? Well, it's not a Britannia. This is actually, it is a different coin, but it is from St. Helena. It's a St. Helena. Well, it is a Britannia, but it is not the actual British Britannia. It's from the St. Helena, but it is a representation of Britannia. Yes, indeed it is. So it commemorates Britannia. I guess that's the only way I can put it. From St. Helena. All right, Cybercurrent Twitcher on his video says the following here, and I quote directly. Well, every other product I buy seems to have gone up by a huge percentage, so why not silver too? Exactly. There you go. Exactly right. Oh, yeah. And let's peruse our way through. See what we've got with this next one. From Grim Reality. Grim Reality. I'm saying that correctly here. Says, The silver bears came out in droves yesterday, claiming it was crashing, only to be bounced back and recover, down by only a few cents at the end of yesterday. Today, silver continues to rally. A spot is currently at 48.24, up 2.1% today. Silver bears went back into the hibernation. Get to stacking. That's exactly right. For sure. All right, let's see here. And let's see what we've got moving forward. We've got this. We've got Bill 457. My thoughts are on getting silver, gold, and platinum, but for now, I'm going to hold off until my coin club show next Saturday. There you go. All right. Well, hope you can get there and make it happen and make it fun and see what happens there at the coin club. Hopefully, you can find some good deals there for sure. All right. We've got Lee Hunter, the Summit Metals wallet for 1 10th ounce gold also holds 10th ounce platinum. That's true. Same goes for the quarter, 1/4, 1/2, and 1 ounce. That's right, exactly. They're the same diameter, just a little thinner. They're a little thinner coins, but they're exact same diameter for sure. All right. Yes, indeed. Good to see Roadkill. Welcome, Roadkill. Glad you're here with us tonight. You've got Truck and Prepper. By the way, congratulations on 100K subs. Well deserved. One of my longtime faves. Well, thank you, Truck and Prepper. I really appreciate that, sir. It's a long road. 8.3 thousand videos later, finally made it. The video to subscriber ratio is really poor in performance, though. But hey, it just takes longer for me to grind through. But we're there, and I appreciate that. All right. And Michael K says, I got it right this week. Yes, you did, Michael. You got it right, brother. That is awesome. And let's refresh this and see what we've got, what some other people are saying on the platform. Let's dip down to some of the older videos slightly. Just, I mean, not too old, but, you know, a little bit down here. We got Bill Arrington on about yesterday's video about the silver reaching 48. Yes. Well, yes, I did buy the dip. I got a handful of Morgans under spot, 90% under spot, and some Wall Street rounds at 47. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. That's great deal on that. That is awesome. All right. Very good. A collector got her first palladium ever. Nice. Congratulations. Very cool. Little palladium, little diversification in the metals there. Palladium about 10 to 15 times more rare than platinum, even so, and cheaper than platinum. Mr. Todd DeLarone in yesterday's video says, Sal, everyone I know is selling off a position of their silver. The refineries are backed up for weeks, and yet prices go up. Yes, because we're talking about the paper markets. There are a lot of people are selling. They've been selling all the way up through this bull run, but the big moves are in for the industrial silver squeeze. It's not a silver squeeze on the investment grade silver, as they call it. It is a squeeze. More importantly, and that's really what's moving price, because 60% of silver is utilized for industry, science, technology, and medical uses. The rest of it is only about 25 to 27% is stackers that are buying it. Never stops for sure. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. From Kookaburra Man. And Twirly says, if you examine the rise of gold since 1971 versus the S&P, we'll discover that the great commodity has solidly beaten the stock market casino. God bless us all. Yes, true that. Especially nowadays, we're seeing that for sure. Indeed. All right. And that's right, Bozo is correct. The smelters are still buying, but they are paying less. So you're not going to good deal. It's not a good time to sell. It's not a seller's market. But if you bought cheap and you can take the hit, then you're still profiting. Yes, I even said profiting. Some silver's gone up so much, you can take some profits. Same name on this video from the other day. It says this: I bought a bunch of constitutional silver today. Standing limited quarters, mercury dimes, and a few rounds all below spot. Way to go. That is awesome. He did very well. Did very, very, very well. Yeah, Zix Roads. I think they're probably backed up in in Asian countries. I know that is the case. We've heard about that in especially China. They're backed up there. There's probably some being backed up here in the States as well. At least there have been in the past, maybe picking up again, but yeah. C. Richard Smith, the price of silver inside China is truly $57 an ounce, as just reported on YouTube, then people will buy gobs of silver for $47 and sell for $57. Yeah, well, I don't know what's happened. Likely, probably is for industrial use, industrial grade, the 15-ounce raw silver bars. That stuff is not being sold by the ounce. I guarantee you that. It's not being sold by the ounce. All right, very good. Bikini Woman, the ups and downs of precious metals. Yes, indeed, and quite a day it was yesterday. A very emotionally taxing day. If you're tuned in to the markets, as Tucson Bubba gives us a more bourbon pump. Thank you, Tucson Bubba, for popping in tonight. Always appreciate you, sir. Have a good night, sir. Great weekend ahead. All right, very good. Let's check this out. Thank you, Bikini Woman. And let's see here. All right. And let's press on. We've got this from Kookaburra Man. Hopefully soon enough. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you, sir. $100 silver is unlikely anytime soon. And it turns out that video was exactly right. It was unlikely anytime soon. It's still unlikely. Probably still unlikely today. Maybe not as unlikely today as it was then, but still unlikely. Eric 452 comes in with this. Gold has been within about $3 of $3,900 on 3 different days now. It looks like there's stiff resistance at $3,900. Yes, it does seem like there is some stiff resistance there. I agree. All right, let's see here. Let's see. We're going to get to this next comment. From Mark Hazley, still over $50 all over the world, so it's just cheap here. Yes, there's different dollars measured differently, but yep, you're right. Eric L452 on yesterday's video says this. It looks like there was a program beatdown of silver when it hit $48 after the selling volume dropped off. Silver started to march back up again, regaining most of that drop. A good sign for the silver rally. And it happened again today, except it just kept moving up. But they tried to keep it down. So in other words, there might be some resistance here at $48 before we can move to $49. Yes, indeed. All right. JM Unleashed, the one and the only. Let me get over here. He says, yes, it was just yesterday we witnessed the silver price get smashed by almost 5% in a matter of a few hours. It's nice to see it fully recover, but stackers need to be prepared for extreme price volatility moving forward to the upside and to the downside. Exactly right. Buy low, hold high. Yes, indeed. I'm a firm believer. Keep as much of your stack as you can. And again, obviously there are exceptions to that, but I do believe in that. You're exactly right. Very, very good. Okay. Welcome, AJ. Good to see you. Kenny the Warrior is here. Welcome. Yes, indeed. Glad you're here with us tonight. Maria, on this video from this afternoon, says, all of our coins tell us a story. It's part of our history. I don't see it as bits of metal. I see it as part of my life and those who went before me. I want my coins to tell me a story. It's about the history of the world. I love it. It's my passion. Indeed, they do, for sure. It's a little piece of history in your pocket. You're right. Diamond fist. That's exactly right, Littlefoot. We want our diamond fist, for sure. Pierce Texan, physical silver soars. Silver mining stocks plummet. All right. Yep. And yeah, so they've gone down. I didn't even pay attention to those. Wild. All right. Lula Lucky coming in here. Then Emoticon, thank you so much. Bill SodaQuest says, picked up 8 Walking Liberty halves yesterday. Keep forging ahead and stack on. Indeed. Yes, indeed. China shuts down silver trading. Yes, they actually did. One of the big ETFs stopped. A big one stopped over there. Homeless investor gold to silver ratio could go down to 20 to 1. Let's go. Well, I don't think that's going to happen, but it's a remote possibility. Here comes a scammer. Let's see. It's an auto dial. Likely going to be one of those automated messages. We'll see. Hello? Ah, dang it. It just stopped. Don't you hate that? They dial out. You can't take them. But we're here ready, stand ready in the case that they do call back or somebody calls us. Matrixist says this: it will more than stop. I have been following silver for 50 years. Silver always gets crushed. Yep, I hear ya, Matrixist. I've been following it not quite that long, but pretty close. And I hear ya, but this time I'm paying a lot more attention, and there's a lot of different things happening that I'm feeling pretty good about it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to go to the moon, but unless you think $50 is the moon, but anyways. I don't know. All right, happier than ever comes in with this and says here, someday people won't believe you when you tell them you bought silver back when it was below $50 or maybe even 30. Those were the days. Yeah, you might be right. You very well could be right, for sure. All right, Roulette Wheel has been following silver for 90 years now. Way to go. And the ironic thing is he's only 32 years old, so that's pretty remarkable. All right, very, very good. But Michael K., I can tell you, I felt several frogs' rear ends. They're actually kind of they're kind of a gelatinous. They're not really as tight as you might think. Some of those frog rear ends, the frog rears they're kind of soft. Now, unless there's rigor mortis, then they're hard, but they're mostly. They don't have much grip, they're not as stiff as you may think. Salivation Nation from Electric Ninja. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that, my friend. Thumbs up for the Salgorithm food. Thank you, Steve C. Always appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate your kindness. Appreciate you being here as always. Ardell is here. Krusty White Bread's got some along with a rocket on this one. Thank you, Krusty. Devin says, ordered 4 more gold eagles. Wow, that's diamond fisting for you. That's the kind of diamond fisting I'm talking about. Yes, indeed. All right. And we got James O'Neill Brown with some algorithmic emoticons on this one here from this morning. Thank you. Eric452 on the video that I just posted this afternoon says, this is the 4th day in the past 2 weeks or so that gold has been rejected when it could have won a few dollars to $3,900. I wonder if silver will also get knocked down multiple times when it gets near 49 or 50. It could. It very well could. It is possible. All right. It is possible. All right. Let's see here. Yeah. And Bozo, yeah. And like I said, there's exceptions for everybody. Depending on your age, you only you know your circumstance. I think when I'm trying to warn people is against FOMO when selling as well as buying. I don't want people to get, there's something about holding a portion of your silver in your stack. But if you're at a certain age and there's an opportunity or there's a need or something, then yeah, totally understandable. Completely understandable. All right. Let's see here. We have got John Knox here on this video from today, and I appreciate him watching from the United Kingdom. He says, Sal, right about now in October, we're hitting resistance near 50.70, anchored by the 1980 and 2011 tops, just shy of 48 and 50 respectively. Expect to pull back to 48 or 45 maybe. Some sideways actions before a big move higher to 60. Watch for a sharp correction like 2008 or 2011, especially if semiconductors fail to hold up the broader market, which looks like it topped out and could slide next week. Well, I think semiconductors will hold up. They need a lot of chips for a lot of the data centers out there and everything else. So I don't see that going away anytime soon. And with the Samsung silver battery technology, if we start hearing good things about that early next year, then I think it's off to the races. I mean, well, marginally anyway. But we'll see there. But I'm thinking that we may not have as big a pullback, higher floor for that cup and handle. Maybe another handle on the handle, right? Maybe that'll form a new cup, and the new handle will form. I don't know. We'll see. All right, Eric, 452. Whoa, Joey Lives just sent $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Did you hear the U.S. Treasury will possibly create $1 Trump coin for next year's 250th anniversary? No, I have not heard that. I don't think they can do that without specific legislation. Technically, somebody's not supposed to be on a coin unless they are dead. Although I will say for the 250th or the 150th or the 150th in 1926, that I think it was Coolidge that was on the coin. So it is a possibility that there could be some legislation out there, but I've not heard about that. But thank you. Appreciate that, Joey. Let's give you 5 push-ups. If you find an article on that, want to send it to me, I'd be glad to check it out. Congress would have to send it, though. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Here we go. And I've seen the proposed designs for the 250th coins. I've not seen anything with Trump's image on any of the proposals, so it would have to be something they'd have to stick in there after the fact. All right. Bruceaton, on its way. Honestly, I think it's just getting going. FOMA just started in the West, blow to 50, right to 70. Okay, so he's pretty bullish on it there. All right. The U.S. dollar is a fiat currency. It's doing what fiat currencies do. It's going to zero. Gold and silver is going to do what gold and silver do, holding their value. The price value of gold and silver is not going up. The price value of money you buy with it is going down. That's exactly right. Yep. All right. White House posted they're doing it. Interesting. Okay. Well, it can't be a coin without legislation. Let's see here. All right. Thanks for being there. Thank you, Tom Huckman. I appreciate you being here as well. All right, Eric Bishop. The name sounds very familiar in the wrestling world. Wonder what he's up to these days. Thank you, Eric Bishop. He says, I bought more miners yesterday when it dropped to 46 something. I'm also big on uranium stuff. We're sitting pretty. There you go. Yes, indeed. I've actually covered some uranium companies on this channel before. All right, let's see here. Good evening, Big Green Stacker. Welcome. Good to see you. And let's see here. Love the intro metal music. Well, thank you, the Jack Krauser. I appreciate that. Thank you. Glad you like the intro music. Appreciate that very, very much. All right. Let's see here. All right. Thank you, Ardell. I'll check that out here. Appreciate you sending that email. I'll check that out after the broadcast. I saw 4817. All right. Yep, you're probably looking at different. I'm looking at Kitco. Yeah, thank you. Very good. All right. And we've got get to the point. I did get to the point. You have just got to get back on your ADHD medication and then let the medication soak in, then come back and watch the video. Pay attention to what I'm saying. I did get to the point. Mr. Gold Chains, the spread between bid and ask went to 11 cents, finally a break from 12 cents. Not that I saw. Maybe I'll check it again, but anyways. Interesting, okay. Ron Murphy says, buying silver is a way to own more gold in the future once the GSR comes back to reality. Yes, but what is reality? We have a new reality with gold and silver. You know what I mean? I think that's the thing we have to think about. The new reality. Gold to silver ratio. Let's dip back here. We've got Trickerholics, the video from the other day where we could see something like this happen yet again. I welcome these quick, strong pullbacks, not to buy more because it gives me more confidence that the uptrend has strong foundations. Sharp increases feel great, but they're never sustainable and usually crash back down much harder in a short period. Slow, steady, consistent rises that happen for a reason is the way. That's right. Exactly. Yet corrections are obviously healthy as well too. But I think we're seeing it now to a point where unless something changes fundamentally, it's going to probably continue to rise. Silver Stanger is here. Welcome, Silver Stanger. We got the Possum Catcher. Such a cool name. On this video, it says it could still shoot back up $2 an ounce. High industrial demand combined with high safe haven and investor demand over stagflation or inflation fears will just keep raising silver and gold prices. So I'm still bullish on silver right now. Still, many analysts still do not believe silver will hit $70 or more by December 2025, despite all the squeeze in silver. I'm one of those that doesn't think that's going to hit there, but we'll see here. Thank you so much, NanXXX. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you being a part of the channel. We've got Matt K, 7852. With this, says here, I love the look of the old Silver Eagles. I started stacked with the new style and wish I could have started when they were new. Yes, I have an affinity for them as well too. I just don't like the clipped wing design. I think there are some exceptions for a clipped wing design. And I think really the biggest thing is how the eagle is facing. And I don't like it. It looks like a defeated eagle coming in for landing. I know that she's bringing he's bringing a branch to the nest, but without that context, it looks like a defeated eagle to me. Kurt Noor says the day's range fluctuations are crazy lately. Huge swings within hours. Indeed, there are. Coming back though, Lenny Bogard, silver was exciting today. But God showed me a miracle, and I know He's really working in my life. That's really exciting, even more exciting than the silver move for sure. Congratulations on that. That is great to hear. And Joel Lopez, all right, Sal, let's go and explore. Let's do it. That's what we do here. All right. Let's see here. Good. I do have to correct CCT, though. Cyber Curtain Twitcher got something incorrect. He said that he started producing the world-famous CCT Silver Slide over a decade ago, but I have the math to prove it. It's been over 10 years ago. It was over 10 years ago he produced the Cyber Curtain Twitcher Silver Slide, not a decade ago. Get it right, man. Come on now. Come on later, too. Come on now and come on later. You know what I mean? Let's see here. All right. You've got Richard Metcalf. Pretty wild. 24 hours. It sure was. A wild day indeed. Nutty. Crazy. They're not bad. Nice video and thumbs up. Thank you. Red Horse of War. Silver Copper and Packaging. Yes, indeed. That's back when the unboxings were all the rage. It's crazy. Thank you to James Unleashed for posting a link to Cyber Curtain Twitcher's channel. Check him out. I'll go on an eagle fetish. That's right, Steve Besant. I've got an eagle fetish. All right. Or an eagle featherish. I got an eagle featherish. One Species, another great video. Thanks for all the work. Thank you, One Species. I appreciate you taking the time to watch. It means a lot. We've got One Species. Really enjoyed this video and all the eye candy. Thank you for the video and the work involved. Thank you. I appreciate it. Since I don't do scripted videos, I don't show charts, and I don't have a script or anything like that. I best try to show some eye candy in there to keep people's attention amidst all my other shortcomings. So thank you. All right, let's see here. Yeah, the LBMX and COMEX supplies, and I haven't even seen what the numbers. I haven't heard any reports of what the numbers are lately on those, but they're under stress, that's for sure. I think that is in part contributing to it. All right. Kevin Lulupulu, if you got into silver when it was like $8 and have been holding, just keep. You are a patient winner and made the right choice. Indeed, that's for sure. You're exactly right. Exactly right. Beaver Stacker here. Riots all over England and Scotland these days. Yeah, sad what's going on over there. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And let's see. I really appreciate your videos. Thanks for keeping it real. Thank you, my friend. I try my best, and I'm thankful that you're watching, Adam Bailey. It means a lot to me. Nice silver. Thank you, Laurie Smith. Appreciate you watching. Been a consistent viewer here from Canada. And let's see if we got anything else new that has popped in the last few minutes here. Hello, Andrew Potter. Hello. Well, greetings to you from yesterday's video. Crazy fun day. And see, this sure was, Acadian. It was a wild day indeed. Fun and wild. First, hyped. Thank you, Steve Newberry. Hyped. I've not seen that option, but thank you for those who hyped the video. It means a lot. Yukon, yes. Junius, I haven't talked to him in a while. I hope he's doing well. He takes extended breaks from time to time, and more so recently. I know he's got a lot going on, but if I do talk to him, I'll sort of pass on. I'm sure he's got his hardcore dedicated followers, and he's been around literally. We were within days of each other of joining YouTube, and he's a great guy. Love Junius Malcolm. We have some slightly different philosophies on some things, but overall, he's a really good guy, and wish him and Mrs. Junius Maltby as well, Mrs. Maltby, all the best. Yes, indeed. Very good. Frank Garcia first. Thank you so much. And let's see here. We've got Eastern Zone says SmackDown and got backed up, dust off, now continue the march up to $50 this month. Tell you what, it could. There's a lot of days left in the month. With $1 moves every week, more likely we're going to get there if the trend continues. If the trend continues is the big thing. Where will the resistance start to really show? Could it be 49? Could it be 50? We'll see. Technically, according to the pinned comment by Jesse J Studios, we have not gotten to $50 yet. Technically. We never reached there. We never technically got there. Those were the highs. $49.95 was the high for silver. So, but when adjusted for inflation, we still have a few $100s to go before we reach the all-time high. All right. Kevin Ader on the video about China says here, silver in the 45s. Unfortunately, a lot of channels have shows in the morning. That is pretty much yesterday's news. Got lucky and caught the dip. Well, thankfully on this channel, you'll get videos in the morning and afternoon. So I hope you will come back and watch daily. Carrie Tarrant, I'm staying in the 45-47 range. Not unexpected. There you go. Or it's staying. That's true. Although today it did stay. It did break up above 48 in the ask price. All right. I got a couple of maples for 47 apiece. Way to go. Great deal on those. Matt Bittner with an algorithmic cup of coffee. I'm going to slurp in his honor because I do appreciate those. Each and every one of you guys. $49.96 will be the new territory. That's the new high. If we reach $49.96, that is the high. That is the most silver has ever been in the history of silver prices. All right. Getting down to the nitty-gritty of the coffee. Let's refresh some more comments. See what we've got down the pike. Answer for a few more from the other day. I got a lot from this. Static collapse on this one. Silver dropped 4% recently. Hopping back up now. Only down around 3% as a type. Yep. It's crazy. Now local wrap at the end of the week for sure from a day ago. Now Carrie Tarrant, it may be down, but it's not down as much as it could be. That's true. Diamond Fist is my plan. There you go, Carrie Tarrant. Diamond Fist. Vince Tom Jones says this. Visited 3 dealers in Australia this week. They had no supply of the brand names. And they did have a few antique bars and some that looked homemade. I doubt they will have any supply of 1 kilogram bars in the next couple of weeks. Wow, interesting. Anecdotal evidence of a little shortage of the collector type or the bullion there. All right. We've got Tony Alba. All you need to know is the price is obviously trying hard to bounce back. Plunge team knows massive buying longs hitting hard today. It's a war on silver price happening. Yep, all right, yep, it very well could be. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a battle. And I've been kind of missing, not talking about that resistance, but we'll see here. Maybe I'm trying to be overly optimistic. I don't know, but we'll see. 300 says China markets are closed 5 days starting August or October 1st, so silver prices haven't moved. All right, 5 days starting the 1st. Okay, very good. That's why that's happening. But this ETF closing down was a separate thing. It was not related to the holidays, or else Oriental Ghost would have said so. Richard Metcalf, wow, silver is acting a bit bipolar today. Wild swings it was. That was so yesterday. Good to see. All right, Pamela Rice is here visiting for a few minutes. Thank you, Pamela. It's so good to see you. Appreciate you as always. All right. Let's see here. Let's move on up here to the next comment, shall we? B-Bob says here, it's not the price here. Why worry about China? Because China is very important to what's going on in the world in terms of demand and everything. And because what happens in China will affect the price here. It already is. It already is playing a role. We're all interconnected in many ways. And that's the arbitrage. It's that situation. When there's a separation of price, it matters big time. Jim's and Neil Brown with the algorithmic and middle cons. Appreciate that, sir. Plabu Makina says here, why do you attribute this morning's 2% on, what do you attribute this morning's 2% hit on silver? Well, I talked about in the afternoon profit taking, big time profit taking, and the fact that there's no employment numbers that were reported. The data because of the government shutdown. So people are taking their profits. And let's see here. Palasso, I bought a kilo bar silver on the dip today. Congratulations. That's a big purchase. Wow. Big purchase indeed. Breaking news. Silver dropped. Bang, bang, ow. Analyst Shanghai Exchange. That's right. Silver heist, you are right. Silver shorts covering. Player. Yep, it could be that too. A combination of it. Still holding dollar cost average until 1200. All right. There you go. He's not buying at $1,200 gold or silver. Very good. And we've got this from Haito King 94.95. China's market is closed for 8 days due to the national holiday. It's being every year, so the ETF is closed also not because the silver price was up. It's true that they ran out of silver bar, especially the 15 kilograms. They call it plate material, which is usually used as plastic material, basic material for industry and jewelry. Now the investor uses it for stacking. A service rep of one large metal dealer told my friend that several investors bought 5 tons of 15 kilogram plate material last Friday. Yes, but there's one ETF who closed specifically for new orders, because of this, not due to the market closing. It's not due to the holiday. It's separate from the holiday. All right, there we go. We've got here stockpile precious metals. Says here, I don't think people truly understand why China stopped its precious metal trade. But I asked AI, and this is what it said. No, China did not stop silver trading today. However, the country's precious metals markets were closed for a week-long holiday. As a result, there's no bullion trading in China all that day, which impacts total global prices. Don't believe everything you hear. Well, that's true for the overall, but this is related to one specific ETF that was shut down for new silver trades. I talked about in the video, but yep, you're right. There's no silver trading for the other markets too, but this is related to one specific one I talked about in the video. Dead clock, 360 paper, silver ounce for every 1 ounce. Silver ounce ends badly. Yes, well, it's been higher than that before. It's been over 400 before. That's actually a good sign, believe it or not. But it might be something worthy of doing a video on. Dotson Z Boss says this. Today I noticed that both gold and silver smacked down with a matching pattern as the dollar went up. Yeah, that's typically what happens. Not always, but we do typically see an inverse reaction with the dollar movement. All right. Neil Brendan, I posted a video about the $57. That is the price of the raw silver, and that raw silver price is the video that I'm commenting on here. Is because there's a major ETF that stopped new trades, caused it to go up. So for that silver in raw silver form, it did go up. Watch the video that I posted a couple days ago, Neil. You'll hear all about it. All right. We're almost done with the coffee. Mixing some of it with the chaser here. We've got Trail Guy. Trail Guy says this. I just bought a 1864 half dollar at a thrift shop for $10. Should I feel guilty? No, as long as it's real. As long as it's genuine. And if they selling it for $10 and you know, that's probably a little under spot, right? So yeah. You're doing good. Okay, let's see here. Algorithm sells 100K club. Thank you, Yankee Pride. Appreciate that. Real Gilgrath, silver. I can't see it fall to 40 even. Yeah, it's hard for me to imagine it going back down below that either. Silver to $50 this week. Well, it didn't quite happen, but we're less than $2 away from it right now, according to the ask price. So yes, indeed. Let's get a few more. We're going back into the older videos now. We've got Andy G. Says here, there is no silver supply to ease demand, right? If China holds more and more silver, it will climb higher. I think so. I think it will. Anytime there's disruptions in the supply chain, it's going to be good for silver's price. It may not be evident right away, but I think it surely will. All right, have a good night, CCT. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Check out Cyber Curtain Switcher's channel. Thank you again so much. All right. Very good. Raymond R. is here. Welcome, Raymond R. Hobo Bill says this. I think silver will just touch $50 by the end of the year, but the floor will be somewhere around 44. At least that's what my crystal ball is telling me. Either way, keep on stacking. There you go. All right. Yes, sir. Keep on stacking in the free world. Can't argue with that. Thank you, James Unleashed. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Let's get over here to the next comment. Get my mouse back here. B1, we are going to see a big pump and dump for silver. I don't know about gold, though. All right. You know what? You've heard it there. We'll see if it happens. That is possible. That is possible. To discourage the bullish sentiment. That is quite possible to see a pump and dump. Extreme Pacifist. Silver is on sale today. Buy the dip. Keep calm and keep stacking. That's right. Yes, indeed. That's right, Patrol. We don't know what the future holds. We do not know for sure. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get over here to this. We've got this from Mark Guerrera says, $50 silver is coming today. All glory to God. All right. And it didn't quite get there, but hey, we'll see. It happens sometime, I think. Bull market over. That says Renee. That's still going, and it's still going strong. Beach Bum says, do you know why silver dropped to 46.17 in 3 hours? Thank you. Talked about that in the video that came that afternoon. This is a morning video. Let's see here. I sold some gold and bought some more silver. Okay, now that's a move too. Take advantage of the ratio for sure. Evam says here on this video the following. Too much for all the bots that were saying that they were done with silver and how it was going to 28. Turns out reality doesn't match the rhetoric. Who'd have thunk it? That's right. You don't see them post on the channel anymore. I'd love to know their thoughts on it. Maybe they'll come back if there is a $3 jump or a dump in one day. Then they'll come back, maybe. All right. All right. Lincoln says, it's down big now. Lots of work being done by LBMA to keep it down today. Yes. It didn't last long, though. It did not last very long at all. Gordon Clee, on the video from the other day, says here, silver and gold will find their own levels of value, just like water seeks its own level. The price cannot be frozen indefinitely. Stop the melt. Save for silver. Buy 3 dimes today. Slowly build your stack over time. That's right. I love the idea of adding a little dimes. And I do that every time I go in the coin shop. If I pay a little of my layaway and walk away with a couple of dimes, I'm doing pretty good. Yes, indeed. And thank you, David A. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoyed that with the scammers. We take them live on this channel. We have fun with them. Glad you enjoyed that. Very good. And let's press on here. See what we've got popping in. We're going to some older videos now. Older videos for the comments, but it's okay. Not that old, though. But Gary Cronin here says China is closed for national holidays until October 8th, I've heard. Be careful about trusting this buy silver information. That's true. It is closed. But what happened occurred before the holidays closed. Before the holidays closed is when this occurred. The holiday, I think, was October 1st or what have you. And this occurred before the holiday closed. So you're conflating two different things. Minor juniors are down also. I heard about that too. All right. Second Fourth Foundation says, with all this news about China's silver prices going up, how does silver reach 48 at 9:15 this morning until October 2nd by 11:15 is 46.11? Could somebody explain that to me? I talked about it in that evening's video. And so yes, indeed, it was a big day, huge day yesterday. And it's all fear-driven. It's all fear-driven for sure. All right. 10,000 uses for silver. I want you to name every single one. Oh man, if only I had the time. Maybe I'll do it one use every video for the next 10,000 videos. Just talk about it. And then I would almost double the amount of videos that I have on my channel right now. Alan Cruz says this. Here we go with $2 over spot pricing. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. By the way, I got an email. You guys might be curious to know this. I got an email from YouTube congratulating me about being one of the top uploaders in all of YouTube. The most consistent and top uploaders. And I'm going to see if I can find it, because I'm apparently, not that it means a whole lot to most people, but let me see if I can find it. Let's see here. Yep, you're one of our top uploaders. Keep it up, Salivate Metal. We ran the numbers and you're crushing it. Since the program started, you've been a content powerhouse, and we've noticed Your upload frequency has been remarkable. To put it in perspective, you're uploaded more content than 90% of your fellow partners across the whole YouTube stratosphere, placing you in the top 10% of the program. Of course, that's all fine and dandy, but there's no way to recognize that. There's no trophy for that. It's just an email that says it. But anyways, but yeah, so apparently I'm in the top 10% of that, but nobody cares. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's see here. We got Quarter says $1.13 correction after the huge gains is not an issue. Well, it was much more than that. I'm not an expert, but I believe prices are going higher. Be careful, everybody. Only spend what we can't afford. It's a poor business model to buy high and expect to sell higher. Yes, you be very careful. We got to certainly only do that based off of the level of your understanding of where the markets could go. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Let's see here. Yes, indeed. Oh, thank you, Pamela Rice. Yeah, thank you. Yep, apparently on all of YouTube. Thank you, JM. Let's see here. Thank you, Rocker Dez. Appreciate that, sir. We've got the Bahad Serene says, Jackals tried a couple of hours ago to pull down the price that you mentioned, but achieved only $2 per ounce, and the price is increasing now. They seem to be in trouble. Yep, and it didn't last long, and they're pulling back up again. Joe says, U.S. critical mineral stockpile buying to start shortly. Well, 30 days are coming up. We'll see if it gets added. I don't know exactly. I haven't lost track of the count of days, but we'll see if it gets added. All right. Thank you, Elliot Scott. I appreciate that. And thank you, James Elise, for posting a link to B. Taylor's channel. All right. Yep. I do love what I do. And it's thanks to good folks like you, Steve, and everybody else. That's why I'm here. That's why I do it. You guys are awesome. We got David Randall says, being shorted to make the deliveries more affordable, just a manipulation of short duration. Hold. Indeed, that's right. You should do that. JC, that's some extreme volatility, Sal. I guess we just hold for this crazy ride. Yes, indeed. We need to do that for sure. $46 back up the truck. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Hard to believe that's a bargain at these prices for sure. And we got this. Lots of this and that. This looks like the top is in compared to 2011. Looks like the eventual bottom for silver will be around 21 area, followed by 3 to 5 year bear market and gradual resumption or gradual upward movement until next peak around 2036. This is all based in big picture chart analysis. I'll buy physical silver when it gets to 21 range. Looks to be at top ends for gold too. Could be signaling massive deflation. Well, I'm sorry to say, but I could not disagree with you more. We're not going to see the bottoms that we saw before. I think we'll see consolidation, but I would be hard pressed to see it fall below $30, and that's a big one. That would be a big move to the downside. I think there's more in play now that it's not going to be easily fixed by what you're talking about here. Because the reason why silver went up the previous 2 times had nothing to do with the overall supply of silver. The overall supply of silver. This is different this time. Yes, indeed. But I appreciate you sharing your thoughts, though. But I could not disagree with you more. All right. 2 hours later, the markets are taking a hit. And then this happened. So check the video I posted that afternoon. And Diffuser 2681 with this says, the arbitrage from east to west is going to drive up the price. Even if China buys paper silver, it will almost instantly call for delivery because they don't want paper. They want the physical metal. We know that the paper silver is highly leveraged. They cannot deliver on much of what they have out there. Yep, this is one of the reasons why they shut down that ETF exchange. Very good. All right, let's see here. All right, let's see. Again, more on these. Let's take this comment from Nobody Cares. A lot of comments on this video. Interesting how the silver nosedive on the COMEX. Equally interesting is the fact that when that happens, silver gets bought immediately, which is reflected in the spot price. Indeed, it is. That's for sure. It's get picked up very quickly, and it did recover and surpass. Bitcoin was bought up to 119K today, but as soon as the silver spot price went down, it slid back to 118. My theory is that Bitcoin owners are dumping it for silver. That could be. I don't know. But we'll see here. There's Zardoz is with us. Good to see Zardoz. Welcome, sir. All right. Let's get over here to this next comment on the US Mint. The Superman coin looks really cool. It's actually technically a metal. The Batman one looks awful. But the Wonder Woman is the best looking of them all. The prices are way too high for this set. Indeed, they are. But I thought the Batman one looked cool. That's why I bought it. The Wonder Woman looks okay. It's not bad either, but I think the Batman is the best one yet, in my opinion. By Monday, its new floor should be $48. Right now, that's where it hit, but I don't know if it's going to be the floor. But anyways, Mario says, thanks, brother. Thank you, Mario. And Frank says here, buy the dip right now. Silver's at 46.50. It took a hit right now. Yes, sure did take a hit. Back up again. Shorts are shorting. Yes, indeed they are, or did. C130. Meanwhile, we're back in the 46 range. Yes, that was so yesterday. And Veritas. It says this. It's 1 month to deliver. How is that not a default? Feel the squeeze. I know, it's crazy. 30 days. Man, it's nuts. And then again, yes, that's a crazy, wild, for sure. And let us press forward here and see what we've got. The Truth Master says, how does them stopping the trade of silver raise the price? Well, because there's less silver to trade. That means where the positions are in, everybody's going to hold on to their positions and try to buy more where they can in the other ETFs because there's not as much supply. So that's what causes the price to go up. All right. Thank you for posting a link to Bill 457's channel, JM Unleashed. Appreciate that. As we march on forward here, let's see what we've got. Yeah. The chaser tastes good. It's just water, so it's going to have no taste. No taste of its own. SoCal Johnny says, looks like the Chinese holiday this week makes for a perfect time to crush the prices all by the miners on the pullback. Thank you. All right, yes, very well could be. Yes, indeed. See what happens when they open up on October the 8th. That'll be very interesting. I think it's going to mean higher prices. I really do. Let's see here. By the way, I stand ready to do more push-ups if the so desired. Let's see here, Bill 457. I think silver recycling would be the next big thing down the road with the silver battery stuff like that. Yes, I think so too. We'll hear something out of Samsung with the silver batteries, more news or a timeline. Then we'll see. I think you're right. Silver down over $1 at the time of this video post, and that was so yesterday. It is now back up again. Closed above 48 today, which is really, really good. Yes, indeed. Very, very good indeed for silver. All right, let's see here. Okay, thank you, Michael K. Have a good evening. Thank you again for the gift memberships, Michael K. Appreciate that, sir. Yes, indeed. Count his treasure like a leprechaun. There you go. See you Sunday. Thank you so much, Michael K. You were the man. Let's see what we have going on here. As we can get into 25 here. Let's see what we've got. Randy Feller. I believe we are having a correction. Gold down 38.34, silver down. Yes, we did for a little bit, but then it corrected back up again. Crazy. Yes, indeed. It was a wild move we saw with with silver yesterday, especially silver. All right. Let's do a few more here because we're getting into the older video that was so much is happening. This is like old news now, but we're going to get through a little bit of them here. Acadian. Never thought I would see silver dip a buck and still be above 47. Time to buy. Must have been a lot of people to sell at $48, but we will get a big dip when it hits 50. All right, so we'll see what happens. Maybe so. Bluetooth blades. Love those Scottsdale bars. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed those. I like to show different kinds of silver on the channel and try my best. Yes, indeed. All right. And let's press on here. We've got the knuckle dragger. Says, with silver's dual use as industrial and currency, I see it as outperforming gold percentage-wise. I just wish it wasn't so bulky. I hear you. And I think it will too. It's just going to be a slow grind to close that gap. Yes, indeed, it will. All right. All right, let's see here. All right, folks. All right, well, we've been going for a pretty long time tonight here. So I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. I got work to do for the next video for tomorrow. But you guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. Hope you all have a wonderful evening. I'm going to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.